here we go for match 2. Would you like to play first? I would, actually, now that you mention it. This is acceptable, although not great. This deck really wants a 2-drop. When you're on the play, it's kind of, in having a 3, it's kind of like having a 2 on the draw, and that you're going to get it down the turn before your opponent can interact with it. The problem is you're having 2 things happen that make it a little bit worse. One is your opponent gets the extra card, not you, and 2, you miss out on like somewhere between 4 and 6 points of damage from your 2-drop. So you're down a card and they're starting at 6 higher life when you're playing an aggro deck and don't have a 2-drop. That said, this isn't necessarily an aggro deck. It's an aggressive token strategy with some combo elements. How's that? We can call it that. And then everything is fine now that we hit the aviary mechanic. Because again, just want something that can attack and block. So all of that shenaniganery is irrelevant. It is time to attack for 2. Roar! Of course, the bad news is sometimes green has seed sculptors. Somebody asked me on stream the other day what my favorite... oh, look at that. I am recording now. Say hi. What my favorite color combinations were in Kaladesh, and I said, I think green, red, green, white, green, black, and green, blue are pretty good. Nice. Always cool to play against folks who are fans of the content I produce. This is what I do, so thank you for watching it. Thank you for digging it. That's scary as hell, and there's nothing we can do about it. Except, like, so if I play Herald, this is actually an interesting choice. So I don't need Herald to force any damage here. And Home Slice can crew the dumpster mobile. So I think I may want to play Home Slice and have this available for pinging / building up energy. And then I can decide if I want to go dumpster mobile if they don't have something huge, or just, you know, slam Herald at that point and get them. Because, like, if they play a Pima Outrider, I probably just want to try to trade the Oval Chase Dragster for it. And if they get an X1 in play, I can just crew with the mechanic, ping the X1, and then the Dragster gets better. So yeah, I think I like the Renegade here. And again, we don't have to play the dumpster mobile. We can, but we don't have to. I guess what we want is for them to attack us and have nothing, right? That'd be great. The Rhino, it is big, yeah. So options here include but are not limited to slamming the dumpster fire, sending it in. We could also play Herald on the mechanic and send it and see if they want to block, with the idea that they're highly incentivized to attack with the Rhino to get it to be a 3/4. I guess we're kind of sad in that scenario if they have Hunt the Week, but there's not really much we can do about it. Like, killing a Rhino and getting through for 3 points of damage is great. Being able to get in for 6 when they're not expecting it is even better. Yeah, they're gonna have all sorts of terrible things up for us next turn. I think I'm supposed to build the board and get in little hits where I can. I could again easily see this being wrong. This isn't forcing any damage. I can't imagine they want to trade their Rhino for this and 2 energy. But they may not want to trade it for this and 2 energy. I don't want to either. I just want to get the damn thing tapped. But we will see how that works. Yes. We will see. I cannot tell you how awesome leagues are. I don't know if you noticed it, but I actually did the draft portion of this at the end of one of my streams and then got up this morning and am recording the matches. It is phenomenal. Yeah, no attacks is Gouda. It is Gouda. Now we're a little screwed here, right? Like I guess if I swing with the dragster, I'm trading it for that. Which is okay. I don't have to trade it. I can hold back, but I still think I'm supposed to be aggressive. Drawing these lands has not helped us a lot. This is one argument people have for playing 16 lands in decks that are aggressive. Usually if I have 5 drops, I don't want to. If we manage to go on the draw, meaning we win a game, I should probably consider taking a land out. All right, so blah, 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 things have happened. This does get better if I draw like Built to Last. I don't think they want to trade it for both guys, but I guess we're happy enough getting one off the table. I think I'm supposed to run it and see if they're scared to death of Built to Last. That's the only thing I can think of that leads towards this winning. Like if I have it, I probably would have done that a lot quicker. I suppose that should still keep them from attacking with the tiger. Maybe not. Yeah, they just have to connect with it 3 times and they kill me, but that does leave me crackbacks. Again, if they have stone nothing. Or just more tigers. Gods forbid. Not a fan of the tigers on the other side. I mean, I like cats, but that's a big cat. This cannot ping players. It only pings creatures, and the 8 function is the only one that goes to players. Night market. Look out! All right, we're gonna need a good draw. That's a good draw. That is confirmed a good draw. Confirmed good draw. So what happens here? I certainly play the angle. I certainly attack with these 2. Do I want the giant thing? No, I do not want the giant thing. I almost have to make the servos here. Why, Travis? Because they could just untap and kill my dude. Like, green can do that. If I go this way instead, I can attack here and they trade, attack here and they trade, they put a counter there. We're okay with that. Subtle Strike would be an absolute blowout. Yeah, we just fold the Subtle Strike. But I'm willing to do a gut check. Do you have Subtle Strike? Why would Subtle Strike be bad, Travis? Because they can block here, block there, Subtle Strike this. They could even get better blocks than that. They could put the Servant here and then just Subtle Strike it away, get a counter on their Tiger. Oh God, it'd be so bad. Subtle Strike is anything but a subtle card. That was the one argument for putting the counters on this, is that they can't really race it. But I was trying to think of, what if they just untap and kill it? Oh God, they've got it. Stop having it. Stop. It's not Subtle Strike, or you wouldn't tap that. It's like, if they kill this, I might still be able to win by ripping an Inspired Charge off the top. Okay, it's Essence Extraction. Well, that makes me feel better, because if I'd used the tokens, these were still going to trade. Like, unfortunately, we're not getting through quite as much damage this way. But I can still potentially steal a win with a charge. It ain't gonna be easy, but that is something we could do here. We're gonna have to do it pretty quick though. So again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good Lord, they're gonna hit me to 2 here, and there's basically nothing I can do about it. All right, you got me. I lose to every combat trick ever invented. Because even if we'd put the counters on here, she would have been a 4-3, and then all of those same trades happen. All right, land is not what we want. Is there a world in which we can live? 2, 4, 6. It involves some really awkward chump blocks. I can't think there's anything that we draw here that gets us out of it. Because we know what's in the deck, and there's basically nothing we can do about it. However, having said that, if you scoop there, you're just letting your opponent know, hey dude, I do not have a Fumigate in this deck. Just play all your stuff out. So we're kind of in a spot where we need to get this killed, I guess. Yeah, again, I'm not super sure how we win this. I guess them having 2 lands in hand, us ripping a removal spell, and then a creature starts to do it. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put this guy over here so I'm left with a servo. That was just bad math. Yeah, if the Renegade goes here, that's one of those very small percentages. Like, they need to have nothing, right? And as it turns out, it wouldn't have done much except prevent a point of damage. But nonetheless, that was just a bad block. Okay, they got us here, but I never give up, never surrender. We drew a few too many lands, and they had a good answer for the angle of invention. Not quite the angle I wanted to attack there. So let's pay attention to the creatures they have and what our removal suite is actually offering, because I have a sinking suspicion that our removal spells don't actually kill their dudes. They've shown us 1 2 toughness creature and this. Well, I really want to be able to answer the servant if I can. I was going to say we might cut the red, but being able to Chandra's Forked Bolt or whatever this is a big game. So I may not actually be able to do that. They're likely going to be weak to flyers. That's still not our primary game plan, but I mean, it is something. We didn't see phenomenal targets for Fragmentize. Impeccable Timing does play a little bit better against their stuff, but not a lot better. I think this is the matchup where I want to hijack. What do I want the hijack over? Maybe something like this Renegade. Like, it's only a combo card here, right? With the idea that we're going to get 8 energy and deal 6 to them. Like, we saw literally nothing that it pings. And it didn't make combat awkward for them because their stuff was just so huge. I could see going for the hijack with the idea that potentially we can get them low enough and then steal a blocker and get it out of the way. I'm putting it over here because it's kind of a 5-drop in this deck. Like, it's double red and we're only playing 7 sources. We can still play it. It's just, it's the last card we play. Pardon me. Let's give this a go. Yep, want to play first. A flying dragster, you say? That could be fun. All right, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. This hand has potential, great potential. Like, if I can get a couple hits with this, they're probably just dead, right? I can't envision a scenario where we draw hijack and then want to play it next turn, but there's no reason not to have the red out. Sometimes you got to get the red out. Aw, I had great plans for that hawk. We were going to do so many things together. Stop killing my hawk, yo. All right, we are on the plan of beating, I believe. Roar! Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. So a 3/3 lifelinker, you say? I can probably still raise that. That's a lot of damage. Now they have a removal spell, we get kind of wrecked, but I'm counting on this Oval Chase Dragster to finish this game up. It's like they're pretty strongly incentivized to just trade here, untap, deal with this, start blocking. If they don't, like, that's a lot of damage. We could rip a hijack. We've already got a 6/1 haste in hand. I'm like, what are they going to do? Attack with it? I don't think they can. Because they attack, they go back to 9, and I've got way more than that on the table. Okay, so they're at a virtual 9. How much damage can I deal this turn? Well, the rock makes it interesting because I could just wait. But let's say that they have the lifelink trick. Let's say that they have nothing. Are the attacks good? I play the dragster. I crew it with this. That's 7 damage. That's pretty good. And then I swing with the rest of the team. So they block this. They block this guy's trample too. I think they have to have the lifelink trick for this not to kill them. But I'm going to stop being lazy and do the math. So this is 7 coming in. Let's say they double block it and have the lifelink trick. So they would gain 3. They'd block this here, gain another 3. So they're at 12. And then they're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Going to 1. That feels pretty good. Again, Subtle Strike eats my breakfast. So the rock may just be a safer play. Because like with the rock, next turn I can tap that down and swing in. I kind of feel like I'm supposed to go for it though. Maybe I'm a monster. Because like, let's say the servos get eaten, right? And they gain 3, they're still dead from this. So they have to have their lifelink trick. And they didn't. Okay. They had oatmeal courage instead. Good to know. We are dealing with an oatmeal courage deck. It is the proper courage for breakfast. All right, so now we're going on the draw. This is where I said there's a possibility that we want to take out a land. I still kind of like the hijack because we're going to need something to steal a game. That lifelinker is scary. Like that's a real problem for a deck that's trying to win via damage. Okay, what deck isn't trying to win via damage, Travis? Well, there are mill decks. Sure there are, buddy. Sure there are. Keep dreaming. I could also go a little bigger and run the Harrier. Maybe over one of the charges. Renegade Tactics is almost playable here, but I think Hijack just does what this does, but better. Like tack on an extra 2 and you get to deal more damage to your opponent. Why would you not want to do that? They've got the little gauntlets from Korra that like electrocute people, don't they? That's what's going on there. Meh. I'm gonna run it back. I think this deck can go all the way. I think this hand can. Needs another white. But I like Built to Last a lot in conjunction with this. I like the fact that we have a 2-drop and that it's somewhat evasive and can send something into the air. Alright, we hit the planes. I do like the planes. Like, we're not even really unhappy to hit another land so that we could run out the Augmenter first and then this with Built to Last. That could be game over, man. I think I'm still supposed to go with the Hawk here. Like, they're going to have something that can block 2/1/1. So you might think you're going to get in 2 damage with this. You're probably not, though. Okay, they didn't, and I'm an idiot. Sure. But most of the time, that deck's going to have a Rhino or something, right? God, I hope they didn't sideboard into the black-green neg spell. Like, we just fold to that, right? We're just done playing. I'd love to get in with the Dragster here, but I want to have Built to Last up for it because I think that might just be crippling for them. Of course, if I'm going to jump it, it doesn't really matter as much. But I'll take my 1 and be happy. Again, I am aware that we are going to have some serious issues. You know, I could just put the counters on this if I'm worried about it, because it can attack next turn too, and I've already got some servos. Yeah, I'm gonna hedge here because we 100% fold to some sort of like malfunction spell or something, and this may hold them back. Like, I can already just attack with this and leap it for 5 a turn. Add that to Built to Last on an Oval Chase Dragster, and we're in a pretty happy spot. Yeah, who's racing now, buddy? And then I can play the ace to crew it next turn. Get in the air. Fabricate like you just don't care. Unfortunately for you, this dragster was built to last. Splat. Blah, 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 blah. So we've got 6, 7 in the air if we want it. I still think I like the 5 in the air first strike here. Maybe not, maybe not. 6, 7 in the air. They block here and here. That still doesn't kill them. Because I can't get the buff on this dude. Like the first try. Oh, if you're attacking, we can. Sure. Yeah, hit me. Bring it. Let's do it. That may mean they have lifelink. This just makes it super easy though. Oatmeal Courage is what we need to be worried about here. So if they have Oatmeal Courage, I need to send this in the air for 6, 7. Then they block this guy, 8, 9, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. So this beats Oatmeal Courage as long as I send the Dragster in the air. Like, you want to not do it because it has first strike, and it's cool you got the combo, the gear shift ace is driving the oval chase Dragster, but I'd also really like to just win the game. So let's make sure I did this math right again. 6 plus 1 is 7, 8, 9. So Oatmeal Courage blocking this guy doesn't matter. Oatmeal Courage blocking this means they take 4, 5, 6, 7 and get another turn. And there's just no need to do that. Subtle Strike still certainly wrecks us, right? Like they just kill this and take some damage. I guess it doesn't necessarily wreck us. But we haven't seen Subtle Strike. We have seen the life gain spell and Oatmeal Courage. And we can play around both of those here. Yeah, that didn't do it. Burp. All right, cool. That was a close one. Close one indeed. Alrighty, folks, we'll go one more and then see you for the finals. You may be wondering, Travis, why don't you have any trophies here? I actually haven't been drafting this set a lot. Most of the drafting that I'm doing are for these videos for Seems Good. I've been playing a lot of Sealed. I actually did a PPTQ on Sunday, which was super intense, and I've been doing mostly Sealed on the stream. So I think I understand how to draft the set. I just haven't done it a lot. I have been doing just tons and tons and tons of Sealed. So if you want to see some Sealed, come on by the stream. It's twitch.tv/Simulan. And I'll continue doing drafts here just because the drafts are so convenient to record and sit down and do 3 rounds and be done with it. But I'm really focused on Sealed with this format because I'd really like to qualify for the Pro Tour. So that's what's up with that. Anyway, be right back for the last round.